All right. Welcome to Grass Valley Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ryan Doty.
And I'm Nathaniel.
And wow, today we have a very, very special, important guest. And I'm in shock to say I have the mayor of Grass Valley sitting next to me in my living room. This is so cool, and it's my first time meeting her. And for those of you that have not met her yet either, we will all get to meet each other together and learn about each other. And I just can't say how excited I am, and thank you so much for coming. I'm like nervous, but your energy is amazing. You seem like such a sweet person, and this is like a blessing for you to come out here and do the podcast.
Yeah, welcome, Mayor Hilary Hodge.
Welcome, Hilary Hodge, the mayor of Grass Valley.
It's so great to be here. When I saw that you were putting together conversations, long-form conversations with community members, I really wanted to come and be a part of it. I think that's something that everybody needs right now.
Yes.
And it's so fabulous what you're doing. And I think our community will definitely benefit from hearing people's perspectives and hearing what people have to say and getting down to the humanity of things. So I'm really honored.
Well,
That's
thank
awesome.
you so much, because we're right there with you, like the humanity of things. You said it.
So tell us a little bit about your background and, I don't know, whatever you want to share about how you came to Grass Valley and how you got into politics.
Sure. Oh, lots of questions there. I was introduced recently as, this is Hilary Hodge. She's an artist and the mayor of Grass Valley. And that was one of the greatest honors of my life. I was like, oh, I'm an artist. That's so cool. I wasn't expecting, it's so funny because my friends still laugh at me that I'm the mayor. Politics was not necessarily the direction I thought I would be going in life. My mother will tell you that she always knew that I was going to be the mayor one day.
And she knows you're going to be the president as well.
Oh, sure, yeah. All kinds of big dreams. Parents are fantastic sometimes. But I am historically, I've been a nonprofit leader. I've worked in the nonprofit sector my entire life, everything from social services to the performing arts. And that's where my leadership is, aligned naturally. I was the executive director of Sierra Commons, which is our local small business development center. And they have a lot of different projects and are amazing support to entrepreneurs in this community. Mm-hmm. And in that capacity, about 10 years ago, I had lots and lots of economic development conversations for our community. And no one seemed to be talking about the housing crisis, which is still ongoing. And they weren't talking about investing in local people. And we have so much cool talent here. We have so many good ideas and artists and art and entrepreneurship and creative thought and people who just didn't have investment and didn't have support. And no one wanted to talk about what are we going to do with the people we have in our community who just need a little bit of help to get to the next step. And so through those conversations, I got mad.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't seeing a lot of change or forward movement on funding any of the local projects. And so I said, fine, I'll just run for office.
Nice.
I had no idea what I was getting into. My first campaign was for supervisor, actually, because that is the party that is largely responsible for services and economic development in our community.
And is that different from city council or okay?
Yeah, so our board of supervisors are the governing body for the county as a whole, and the county is the whole gun-shaped geographic lines that we have.
Which is pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. And it's a challenging county because we are indeed separated by famously the Donner Pass that proved to be very tough for the settlers. And so the decisions that are made as a whole body there can be really a lot of deliberation has to go into it.
And then you have the Tahoe Area Regional Planning Agency who gets into the mix, who's like has the whole Tahoe Basin and just like, no, you guys can't do anything here. We're in charge of Tahoe, so it makes it even weirder.
Yeah, TARPA, as it's locally called, and seems to have a lot of political collateral. for decision making, and some influence for sure on our county. But in Western Nevada County, it's almost a different type of community and a different type of vibe. Although I think everybody from Nevada County has a level of Nevada County pride.
Yeah.
And social services, housing, community development, things like that.
Yeah.
That's what the county is largely responsible for. Meals on Wheels, when you think of those things.
Transportation.
Yeah, Medi-Cal, CalFresh, formerly known as food stamps, things like that. But then the city jurisdictions are more tourism, local things, so those boundary lines, and the funding is all very different. So the county is funded in some ways a small portion with sales tax, but largely with property taxes. And so the cities, conversely, are majority funded with sales tax and some with property tax. So the ways in which decisions are made, they're influenced by those different pots of money.
Wow.
And they can sometimes be conflicting, although I think we work together better now than we have historically among the jurisdictions.
Wow.
So it's been interesting, but after knocking doors and trying, like getting my name out there and hearing from the people and what their concerns were, I lost that race by 160 votes.
Oh my.
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was 8 years ago.
Okay.
And, I was running 8 years ago, so 7 years ago, 2026 will be my 8th year on the city council. And I was like, okay, well, I got to have a good conversation with a lot of people, and that's great. And then someone said, the city of Grass Valley is in the jurisdiction of the doors you already knocked and the people you already talked to. Why don't you just run for city council? Because the supervisor's election ended in June, and then the city election was in November. So I was like, oh, okay. So I put my name down for city council, and I've been here ever since.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Such a cool story.
And yeah, in the midst of that, like, people need to really get involved. And I'm embarrassed to say my whole life, I've voted probably 4 times in my life. And and you just got to start somewhere. So now,
That's very common for young people.
Well, for
too.
example, you just got to start somewhere, learning, listening to you. I'm learning from right now. Ask questions and get involved, because we are the people, and we do need to know what's going on and help people like her, or get things done.
Yeah.
So,
how does the actual city limits and then the unincorporated city limits, how does that work into it?
Yeah. So if you have
Because we're in unincorporated
Yeah.
Grass Valley right now.
Yeah, so you're represented by your supervisor. I imagine, although I haven't looked a bird's eye view on your map, that you're probably in District 3, which is the Grass Valley area. And Lisa Swarthout currently is your supervisor. She's former mayor and council member for the city.
Okay.
And then the city jurisdiction is smaller than that. So if you have a 3-digit address, you're in the city's
Gotcha.
jurisdiction. So
Okay.
you'll vote
I never knew that. That's
yeah.
cool.
So you'll vote for a city council member and a supervisor. If you have a 5-digit address, you're in the county and in the unincorporated area.
gotcha. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
At least my property next door, and I don't know if these are the same boundaries or not. They probably aren't, but the 95959 and 95945 go through my living room.
Oh, how funny.
So
Yeah.
I'm partially in Nevada City and partially in Grass Valley from the
Wow.
post office perspective.
Right.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah. And then, if you're in the city and you have a pothole, you call our public works and let them know so they can come fix it. And if you're in the county, sometimes the road is your property, so you have to fix your
The
own
neighborhood has to
pothole.
come together and
Yeah.
we're
that's
right
like
here
our
on Main
road
and
here.
Canyon. It's a private road, so we all have a road association. We all got to pitch in, which I think I got to pay them $200.
Yeah, and when I moved in, at least, and a long time after you moved here or were born here, they just paved the road in
Oh yes, I
probably
was
the year
actually-
2000.
Embarrassingly, I was in juvenile hall when
they did
paved
that?
this road, and I got out and came home, and it was like Batman driving down that road in the Batmobile. It was a trip. It was
Yeah, we used to
smooth.
call it Bloody Run because there was so much red dirt on all the trees coming
Oh,
through
yeah.
here. It's so funny.
Anyways, that's interesting. So, okay, the 3 digits city, and then the 5 digits is the county.
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah,
I'll probably learn more than anybody starting this podcast.
Yeah, no, I love it. I'm learning so much too. It says here you're also a member of Music in the Mountains.
Oh, and an artist. At some point,
Yeah.
I want to get to that.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. I actually have a dress rehearsal tonight for our holiday choral concerts.
Awesome.
I have been singing with all my life, but singing with Music in the Mountains for
Wow.
10 years. So
Awesome.
I'm in the classical music chorus
This
locally.
is the cool type of mayor we need.
I know, seriously. My uncle used to sing in it. I don't know if he does it anymore, Dan Richards, but he loves being in that stuff. It's a great thing for the community. for
Heck
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, we have incredible talent and really good support for music in our community.
Where is this at?
So, Music in the Mountains chorus rehearses at Peace Lutheran Church and is conducted by Ariel May, who is just fantastic and lovely, and her children and husband sing as well.
Nice.
And the
Shouts out to them.
yeah, the concerts, it's a festival chorus, so the concerts have various locations, but the concerts this weekend will be at the Center for the Arts in Grass Valley.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, with a full orchestra.
My favorite place to see
What
music
day
in
is
town.
it? What day is it?
It's Saturday and Sunday. It is sold out.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm going to be at the 49ers game.
the 49ers game. Who are they playing?
The Titans.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's going
that
to be a
should be fun.
fantastic.
And they're not doing too well, so I think we got that.
Yeah,
And we're home, so.
yeah, it's been
Yeah.
it's been a tough year for us. I'm a huge fan. I was 3 years old when I came by the 49ers.
Oh, yeah. Tell us the story.
Yeah, I had the chicken pox, and no one in my family, they're not sports fans, but I was quarantined in my room with a teeny tiny black and white television, and it was the Super Bowl where Joe Montana threw that pass to Jerry Rice, and I was sold. And I'm still the only person in my family who religiously watches football or any sports.
That's so awesome.
But I'm a huge fan. I'm super jealous. I hope it's an incredible game.
I got something for you before you leave.
Okay. We'll do
I'm
that.
sure you do.
Yep. But anyhow.
Are they Niners tickets? Are you going to surprise me?
Well, dear, I wish there were Niners
yeah.
tickets.
It's okay. I'm singing anyway. I do have
I think
plans,
you'd
but-
be better sitting next to me than Nate. Nate can go next time. No, I'm just joking.
And then I'll go and I'll sing in the chorus for you. We can switch
There we
spots.
We could always use tenors and basses. It's really great.
He plays saxophone, guitar.
Yeah.
Ooh, also a musician. I love
yeah.
it.
I was in the jazz band at Nevada Union. That was a
Sweet.
lot of fun.
They have a great jazz band,
Yeah,
actually.
I haven't
They've
seen
played.
them in years. I should go check them out.
Yeah, I saw them. They played at a local charity event, and it was very wonderful. It was very impressive.
That's some of my best memories from high school was getting up super early to be at school at 6:30 in the morning to play. play
So
in the
you
jazz
guys are
band.
sold out?
Yeah, we're totally sold
That's
out.
awesome.
The holiday concerts around here. I mean,
Yeah, it's
we do
perfect.
have quite the level of Hallmark going for
Not
us
the best
when it comes,
parking right
comes
there,
to
but
Christmas.
that's a cool little venue.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
real cool venue. I like it there.
The acoustics with the Meyer sound system that they have now is absolutely
Oh, yeah.
incredible. Although it's hard to be a performer there.
Oh,
You may not
interesting.
know this, but it's so dry. It's designed for the audience to enjoy it. So as a choir member, you're like, what? I can't hear what they're singing.
Can't hear anything.
Like you can't hear the violins.
That's interesting. Wow.
Really makes it imperative to follow the conductor.
Oh, man.
And
That's
But it's
tough.
good for
That's-
listening to like folk and rock music.
it's
for
fantastic.
The,
It's such a great venue. I saw Brandy Carlisle there.
oh, man. Yeah, my
Like-
parents were at that show.
Blue.
I saw Sean Colvin. She was
yeah.
so amazing.
Yeah, the Cowboy Junkies were with us last year, who are fantastic. Brothers Comatose is coming for New Year's. I mean,
Wow.
that whole venue is absolutely incredible. I've seen so many. They have a way of finding the next big thing, and I've never been there where I was like, I'm not enjoying myself. Every single show I've ever been to, I've been absolutely blown away.
Have you ever been to the Celtic Festival?
Oh, I have.
Do you know what's going on with that? If they're still going to keep doing it? Or-
Yes.
I heard they were
So-
changing the date or something like that.
Well, it rains famously. Almost every year.
Yeah,
It's the Celtic
it does.
festival.
They like bring the weather from Ireland,
They
and
do.
it's impossible to predict. But it'll be the first week in May, so I think
That's
first,
right.
second,
Okay, I did
third
hear
of
that.
May, and that's a KVMR production.
Nice.
I'm on. I don't know if this was a lead-in question, if you knew this or not, but I'm actually.
No, I did not know that, but I'm Irish, and my
Okay.
mom and I and my brother, that's like the Celtic festival is our thing, and we've been going to that forever.
Amazing.
I bought some instruments from there. I've met some really. It's kind of not like the last few weren't as big as like what was it? The Dublin to Dubai. Remember
Delhi to Dublin.
Delhi to Dublin.
So that's. I think they were at World Fest, but Delhi to Dublin.
They came to the Celtic
good.
festival one year.
They're amazing, and I was thinking about them the other day. Their fiddle player just blew my mind. The whole band was
Chills.
just
Gives me the
incredible.
goosebumps.
I've never heard of them. I'm gonna have to listen because I'm also Irish.
You need to hear them.
Yeah, they're
and
really
in person and live too.
Yeah, they brought an incredible performance to our fairgrounds, the most beautiful fairgrounds in
the world.
in the world, as far as I'm
Yep.
concerned.
Yep.
But KBMR is the producer of the Celtic Fest, and I am the vice president of their board.
What? No way.
Yeah, that's a new role for me. But
Sweet.
our local community radio station's been chugging along forever.
So
and
real
Celtic
quick,
Festival
when
is
I
their
was
thing.
when I was a little kid in 7th grade at Union Hill School, it was like a class project where you go somewhere, everyone went somewhere, and my two best friends, Bill and Ben Brashears. Oh, I think it was Ben. It was Ben. I think it was Ben. But we both got to go to KVMR, and we ran KVMR for the whole day. And me and Ben, we like rock, like the '90s rock, like out of Washington, like Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, and we were playing that. All our songs that day. We got to go through and pick out all the albums for them to play, and then we got to run the show.
That's so
and
cool.
so people were calling in, going, "Who's doing the music today? You got to hire them. They're the best." And we were just in 7th grade.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So KVMR's broadcasters are volunteers.
Yeah.
And they've been
Wow.
volunteers since its inception, and
Yep.
they still are. And there is a training.
Thank
have to
you,
go through a training.
KVMR.
Yes, they're amazing.
Shouts out to KVMR.
And so that's something that anyone in the community can do. If you go to kvmr.org and look up the next broadcaster training, there's such a great mix of people and musical genres. And now there's KVMR-X, which is, it does have its own FM dial number, but you can listen online as well.
Okay.
And that one is fun and funky. We have some
I
incredible
do.
DJs.
I listen to that, and also 88.9, that classical.
Out of Sacramento.
I think it is,
Yeah.
but 89.5.
89.5
That's
is,
what I
is
listen to that all the time.
local KVMR on the dial.
Where is it transmitted from? Banner Mountain?
No,
or-
Nevada City.
Okay, just right out of Nevada City.
Oh, I should know the answer to this, but we're gonna have to
That's
look
a
it
weird-
up. I
weird
don't.
nerdy question.
We have several transmitters, so we're lucky. You know, this is how legislation and politics are working in our lives. But there was legislation passed not too long ago, probably like 8 or so years ago, for rural community transmitter locations, which I didn't even know the regulations would be affecting our lives in that way. But we have several transmitters. KVMR is still the local emergency broadcast system, so that's
Yeah, wherever you are, it basically comes in perfectly, it seems like.
yeah. And you
Oh,
can
yeah, it does.
always listen online wherever anybody's listening
Yeah.
now. You can go to kvmr.org and
That's a trip.
listen there.
Yeah, everything's just scratchy, and I put on, and I'm fine with 88.9.5.
Yeah.
They got, and it's like one day they'll be doing some like Native American Indian stuff. I love that, the flute music. And then one day they'll do some Celtic stuff, or like in Dubai they got the I liked all of that
Or some
stuff.
local folk
Yeah,
or something.
or yeah, some grass. What is it?
Bluegrass.
Bluegrass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love bluegrass.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag. People always say that if you don't like it yet, just keep listening.
Yep. Yeah, because
It's
something
true.
that you will like will come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's always something new to hear.
That is amazing. So you're the mayor. Okay.
I
What
need a-
else?
I need
What
a
else
new-
you got?
Yeah, let's see what else we got. I got some notes here. I could.
You're an artist.
Yeah, that's what we were going to talk about.
Oh, that actually is kind of a joke. That is 100% a hobby.
Just stop
I think
it right
I think
there.
the only people I paint postcards and mail them to my friends.
Yeah,
And
no,
that
you're an
really is,
that's still an artist.
Yeah.
And you know what? You are a jack of all trades, but like one of the topics we've had lately is people following in their dreams. I've had stage fright I do music. I've had stage fright my whole life, and I'm telling you, and I'm 42 years old. At the age of 42, I'm breaking through that. I don't know if I'll go on stage, but I'm finally doing my music, and you know, I'm like that. I'm my worst enemy. So I'm an artist too, but I talk like that too, and for my whole life. So you probably got some good art, and you're just yeah, that's a joke. But I guarantee, if you're an artist, you're an artist.
Oh, I love that. I think that is true. And
It is.
stage fright is real. And sometimes we just have to do it scared.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you have to
break
talk in
through that
front of
ice.
all sorts of people all the time. I'm guessing.
Yeah, and
Get up to the podium and give your spiel about what you care about and all that, and I'm sure it's nervous.
I have a big stand-up comedy day ahead of me that I'm scared to death of, but I'm practicing.
That's the
practice
worst,
makes
I think. I
no.
think that's probably the
I
hardest.
think we are. So I think the two most unforgiving audiences that you will come
yeah.
across
Oh,
are
yeah.
probably politicians and stand-up
Oh, yeah.
comedians.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
honestly,
It's no joke.
and it's you're good. Yeah, I see a lot of promise. That's good. Oh man, yeah. I don't know why. I feel like both situations could just offer so much opportunity for nervous laughter and
yeah.
and if you bomb, like someone's going to be recording it and playing it over and over. And yeah, in both situations, there's a lot of risk.
It's usually when you humiliate yourself, you do the best too, and people laugh more.
Yeah,
when you
do it the right way.
when you can talk smack about yourself and not just others, you know, it's like you can work with a lot.
It's some of the funniest.
Yeah.
I'm sure this quote is credited to someone important. I don't know who said it, but I really like it, which is that comedy is just tragedy plus time.
Yeah, it's
gotta
like the
find
whole
out who
too
says
soon
that.
joke.
What did you say?
Yeah,
Comedy is just tragedy plus time.
that's so good.
Whoa, I love it. Just tragedy.
Yeah.
So you'll draw them for postcards and send to the family, and
Yeah.
what do you paint or just draw? Or?
I've been getting into watercolor, but
I love watercolors.
Pencils, crayons, pens, whatever you got.
Yeah.
Watercolors are cool.
Yeah, they're tough though, for me at least.
I took a class and did watercolors, and all the things that I did in those classes I gave to my mom or my grandma, and they were really cool looking.
Did they keep them?
Yeah, well, they're mine now. My grandmother passed, rest in peace, Grandma Lucy, and my mom is in the hospital with dementia. Mm-hmm. And actually, she just got taken to a living home, and I'm trying to get her back up here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
she's
they
in
took her to
Sacramento. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really tough. My stepmom has an Alzheimer's diagnosis, and it's obvious. She can still make cookies and remember the recipes that she's been making for
years, yeah.
for years and years, but can't remember whether or not
Reason.
she's turned on the stove.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
No, that's so hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go back to
Comedy is
some
just a
planning
tragedy.
and policy, because that's what I'm always interested in talking about.
What was that one more time? Comedy is just a tragedy
Plus time.
plus time. Okay, thanks.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So, what's some of the experience you've had in the last couple of years pushing forward some of your key initiatives and priorities like ADUs and wildfire resistance and stuff like that? There's
a lot of partnership that has to happen at the city level. I mean, it's the city of Grass Valley. Money is what it is. It's fixed, and you have to think about the priorities.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that
Such a pain in the
we
ass.
aren't building housing, like government housing, at all, really, in most jurisdictions. You can do partnerships. There are opportunities for grants from the state. There used to be more for the federal government, but you do have to attract developers, and it has to be ideal and
Pencil out.
Yeah, a good opportunity for them as well.
Yeah.
So outside investment, or we do have some local developers, not a lot, is important, and having good partnerships, which is why you end up with market rate housing or mixed housing. So part of the policy part that we can put forward is to make sure that whatever is being built is inclusive of the community as a whole.
Yeah.
So you have a few single family homes, and maybe then you have some duplexes as well that could be more affordable to people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do mixed use where you have like the Dorsey Marketplace proposal, which is a local proposal that includes a shopping center and apartment housing.
Okay.
So that will give us.
Would that be by the overpass in that
Yeah.
big area of wooded nothing?
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that's been kind of a trouble lot a little
I want
bit.
it to be a new disc golf course, but
A new
I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
They
We're
do-
going to build one out here on the property.
Yeah, that's true.
Disc golf is awesome, and I support it. The developers are putting in like a kids' playground and a
That's
community
good.
garden, so the residents there will
Nice.
have amenities.
They need that.
Yeah.
You
And
know what?
we need to always require that stuff of developers too, in my opinion.
The one thing I always, because we had, and I'll ask you this, like the fun park just fell apart right there, the 49er Fun Park. And
yeah.
I forget who bought it, but I don't think it's even open. I'm not sure if it's even open.
It's a feed store, as I
Oh, is it?
understand
Oh, yeah.
it, and I think the like go-kart track is still there, but filled with pallets of,
Yeah, I haven't been by there, but
Yeah, and like
my
the-
daughter Ocean, I'm always having to take her to like Roseville down the hill to do like a trampoline park or something for kids, like indoor maybe. And I always was thinking, I know you probably don't have any pool with that, but like it'd be really cool if we had something here in town, like not just a skate park, but like for kids,
yeah.
other than a park, maybe like I don't know.
I agree.
I don't even know what
We
it
have
would be.
Gold Country Gymnastics, which is
My daughter goes there.
which is a great
It is.
facility
Totally.
for littles, and we have a lot of opportunities. But you're right, we don't have good recreational opportunities. If any entrepreneurs are listening, Grass Valley would be a great location for anything that would be suitable for a little girl's birthday party.
Yeah, or
Totally.
kids,
Yeah.
or like I'm really impressed though because the Memorial Park it's so nice.
Yes,
The little park.
That basketball park, it's
the
not, yeah, it's-
pickleball Memorial has
all of that now.
Yeah.
Tennis, you got basketball. It's really nice, clean. There's bathrooms. The pool's amazing now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
so-
pool is fantastic. That was through a grant.
Okay.
So we were able to really leverage a minimum amount of taxpayer dollars locally to get a lot of funding from the state government to improve that.
That was
and
nice.
one of my most fun moments was former Mayor Ben Aguilar, who was mayor at the time. I got to push him in.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, into the pool?
when we did the ribbon cutting.
That's so cool. That's
was
a
really fun.
ribbon cutting.
I didn't even know what she meant by that. That's great.
Oh man.
Yeah, luckily his phone
I love
was
that. I have something.
waterproof.
That's so funny you say that because I am whatever you guys all think of me. I have some weird thing with pushing people in the pool my whole life.
You're the one to
Unless
watch
it's
out
like
for.
my grandma or something. Oh yeah, and I'm sneaky too. I'll get by and act like I'm on my phone or I'm walking this way and then boom. So that just
Yeah, it was,
It's
I think,
fun.
February, or maybe this time of year. It was cold. It was not a good time for that, but it was all in good fun.
yeah, that's funny.
It's a good celebration.
Nice. Do
So-
you know the mayor of Nevada City?
So Adam and
I don't know him.
He is fantastic.
Oh, it's Adam Klein.
It's Adam Klein.
I forgot.
Yes.
I kind of know. I don't know.
He's
him,
going to
but-
come on, I think maybe next, or Ashley, my son's mom, said she knows him personally and she could get him on.
He was the lead
He's-
singer of a famous
Golden Shoulders.
Golden Shoulders.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
No way.
He's a
So,
bona fide rock
I know,
star.
Yeah, totally.
I know his brother.
Okay.
So Ashley took care of him, and my other friend Courtney takes care of him. What is his first name? His brother, and he's
can't remember.
paralyzed.
Okay.
And so, so I know him, nice guy, and so but I've never met his brother. But I just found that out from Ashley that the mayor of
that's who
Nevada
it
City is
is.
his brother. Yeah,
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
Well, I
totally
told her
forgot
you were
that's who it
coming, and
was.
she was like, "What?" She's like, no way. Well, I know the mayor of Nevada City. I could probably get him too.
See, so thank you for coming. Now,
Oh, yeah.
Adam has to come.
We'll throw it down. I keep
This is
threatening
cool.
we should have a duet at some point.
Do it here.
Because he's the musical mayor. And
Totally.
well, I'm threatening again, Adam, if you're listening, at some point
Rap battle.
the people are going to expect us to sing. He
Seriously.
is so fantastic and grew up in the community. So him being the mayor is really meaningful, I think, both to the community and to him. And of course, he works tirelessly. He has several jobs, as many of us our age do, because you have to cobble together a living in this
Yeah.
community.
And I encourage people out there to have respect. I see so many negative opinions, not of you or anybody in particular, but just like in general. We all got to start to just like be a community together, you know, and be and get to know each other. And there's always those jerks out there.
Politics are hard. They're very divisive, especially when you're talking about national issues.
Yeah.
Locally, not so much.
Yeah.
There's no letter at the end of our name. There isn't any reason for local politics to be divisive. I think that we're not paid. The
Yeah.
city, we get a teeny tiny stipend, but we are volunteers. We're very
Yeah.
much public servants at the local level.
Thank you for that.
And we like shop at the grocery outlet,
Yeah.
Briar Patch, and SPD. We have to stand in the same line at
Yeah.
the post offices, which
Yeah.
are
We're a big family.
incredibly
We're all a
long.
big
Yeah.
dysfunctional family, this whole world.
Yeah.
I think they should get paid, first of all, because some like big cities, they get paid.
And they do more work
Yeah.
in big cities. We have an incredible staff. That's the other thing, is staff gets a pretty bad rap, and they have to make hard decisions.
Yeah.
But they are, I'm not going to go out and pretend I know how to use like one of those things that break open jackhammer. That's
Oh, yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to think
yeah.
of. Or run a street sweeper, things
Yeah.
like that. And
Yeah.
we're all human. Like
Yeah.
maybe they didn't get to your street
Yeah.
today, but there are a lot of streets, and we got one street sweeper. Yeah. So it's
Good
hard.
to have what you just said. People getting to know these things. So you got to have all the information before you go judging stuff. So like what you just said is, it's like we only have one of these things, and you can't force things to happen that can't just happen all of a sudden. There's a process.
Well, and so I'll take the project on South Auburn Road as an example, because it did take way too long. It felt long to us on the council as well. But we didn't want to have to open the street up several times. It needed to be repaving. We had to coordinate with PG&E to make sure they could update their facilities in addition to
Yeah.
doing the sewer and then filling the potholes. And
It's hard.
That's a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So coordinating that, we could have done it more quickly if we were just waiting on one thing, and there were several things that needed to fall into place in order for it to work.
Yeah.
And it's hard to think about it when it's taken years. I think that did take a couple of years. And so we get it. Sometimes, though, if it's a pothole, people don't know that they can just call the front desk at the city and let them know and
about
then
it.
get on the
Good to
list.
know.
Yeah.
Call, speak out.
Yeah, let us know if something's going on. And people are nervous. It's not a good design for coming to air your grievances. So they get up and they don't understand when they're supposed to speak, and it's 3 minutes, and there's a light where it turns yellow if you only have a minute left, and then you speed up, and it's kind of freaky.
Yeah.
I hold open office hours at City Hall,
Good.
usually on Wednesdays, and I think I'm going to try and move it to places like Flower Garden or
Nice.
places that are a little more friendly.
So for those of you who don't know, that just means you can come talk to the mayor no matter who you are.
Yes, please.
Oh, I'm so impressed with her energy. This woman's amazing.
Yeah, no, I think it's important to have office hours. What's your relationship like? And if you want to explain just a little bit for people that don't know the difference between the mayor and the city manager.
So the city manager is actually the person who manages all of the other departments. He is the day-to-day. In our case, his name is Tim Keyser, and he needs to make sure that Public Works has what they need and their schedule in place so that they can go fix South Auburn Street. He meets regularly with our chief of police to make sure that they have what they need and their priorities
Yeah.
are going in the right direction. and
Make sure they get paid, or is that more of the treasurer? Or?
so we have the budget is completely public. All several hundred pages of our budget goes out usually in May.
Okay.
So in terms of like where are your taxpayer dollars going,
Okay.
it will tell you to the penny. We have to be completely transparent about
okay.
that. So we have a budget finance manager. That is not the official name. I forget what the official title is called. It's hard because the titles on the website for what our staff are their job titles as sort of they show up internally. And so you're like, well, who's the Parks and Recs guy? His name is Zach, but I don't think I don't think it's totally obvious if you just go to the website. But you can just call the front desk and ask, like, I want to rent the Love Building for a family reunion in Condon Park. How do I do that? And they'll get you to the right person.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
It's like a library, but for things you need in the city.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is
Folks,
so
you
cool.
can also now you can upload that PDF of the budget and just ask it questions with AI.
I've already
so if you have a
learned-
specific
That's
question
I've already
about where
learned
your
a lot of
money
stuff.
is,
Yeah.
yeah, you could always
Say that
do
again. Sorry, I interrupted you, brother.
Oh no, I was just saying, upload that budget to ChatGPT, and you could ask it specific questions about where your money is being spent, and you don't have to look through a couple hundred pages.
Yeah, and we do get a lot of pushback about staff salaries, and I will comment on that since we're talking about the money and staff. A lot of people are like, why are we paying someone in Nevada County X amount of dollars? And the thing that's really important for people to know is that we are not competing against other jobs in Nevada County. We are competing against other jurisdictions in the state for the best talent that we can have. And what we can't necessarily offer in salary up here because, you know, we're never going to beat Truckee. Truckee always has more to pay their employees. We work on in culture.
Mm-hmm.
We know that this is a great place to live, work, and play. And our staff thinks so as well. Our PD, many of them grew up here and they're locally invested. And so while it might be more money to go to the sheriff's office at the county, which can pay a little more, or to another jurisdiction like Rockland, many of them are very invested. Their kids go to school here. They grew up here. They want to see their community safe.
Yeah.
And so we have that going for us, and we always want to make
Yeah, like
sure
I'm
that
not
that's a part of
looking.
it.
I'm in between jobs right now, and I'm only really looking for a transportation planning job with Nevada County because I will take anything in salary. Guys, call me.
I don't
I
know
want
if
to stay. I want to stay in the county. You know, so I was born and raised, and I want to contribute with what I went to school for.
Yeah, you were doing all that, but just in different areas, right?
Yeah, I was doing a consulting firm out of Chico where we did almost all the counties in Northern California except for Nevada County because they were a little.
Go figure.
They were just too sophisticated compared to the other counties in Northern California. Interestingly enough,
It's pretty incredible what they've been able to do at the county in terms of efficiency and also just really great accountability. I've been really impressed with our county CEO, Allison Lehman, and the leadership up from our supervisors
Yeah.
in order to create really a cohesive team over there. And the staff are thrilled. They're very happy. And so we have really great county services, even
Nice.
though, of course, it's always with limited budgets.
Yeah.
If we had all the money in the world,
Yeah.
the things that we could do and the dreams we could make happen. But in
Definitely.
terms of being able to prioritize, you know, the needs of this community, they've done a great job.
yeah.
Nice.
How,
Good to know.
what has pushback been like for? So we obviously need more housing, but a lot of people who say they want more housing don't want it in their backyard.
Yes, there's a name for that.
Yeah, NIMBYs.
Yeah.
And then there's also a name for the opposite, YIMBY.
Yeah.
Right? Or,
Yes, in my backyard
And
now.
I don't know either of those, so I'm going to sit and listen. What are both of those?
So their terminology is just for people that don't want things to change in their backyard. So it's not in my backyard.
Oh, okay.
But then the pushback was
Maybe.
yes in my backyard.
Okay.
So it's all about like, yeah, you want more housing, but
Thank you for explaining
you
that.
don't want any of this to change around you because it's beautiful and there's trees everywhere.
The coolest thing, every time I ask a question and I learn it, the listeners are learning it too if they didn't know. So that's
Yeah,
really
totally.
cool to know.
'Cause it's a little
This is a really
jargony.
cool episode.
Yeah.
This
So, yeah.
is.
How
Yeah.
have you? That's a really hard issue everywhere in America. Small town, big city, suburban. Like, it's. have you addressed that? And, like, you can't really address it per se, like, but I picture that would be a really hard thing to do as mayor.
I think just as human beings, we are cautious about outsiders and cautious about people we don't know yet. For obvious reasons. We're just not sure about strangers.
Yeah.
And so the prospect of getting a whole bunch of new neighbors can be a little chilling for some. And so coming at it from just a human-to-human standpoint is really important. Notwithstanding all of the work it takes to attract developers, even when we're talking about small projects, we have a great relationship with Habitat for Humanity, which has done incredible work in our community and nationwide. And they'll put in a fourplex, and maybe it's in a neighborhood that had a historic HOA, a homeowners association, which is sort of this legally binding policy that outlines things, for example, and it varies depending on
No bird feeders.
No, that could be a thing, yeah. Or you can't leave your garage open overnight or something like that. And I think it really comes down to being nervous that the community members that move in there aren't going to be good neighbors. But here's what I can say to that. The best way to have good neighbors is to be one.
And you know what? Thank you. So the neighbors over here that just moved in, I've been meaning to do this since they moved in, and I'm still going to do it because it's never, well, sometimes it's too late, but it's not too late.
Yeah, they might move out.
No, my daughter and I are going to bake them some cookies.
Yep.
And we're going to walk them over to over there with Patty and just say that, like, I've been meaning to do this and we haven't. I'm so sorry because this is my neighborhood and our neighborhood, and totally love that you said that. Yeah, it's so important to talk and be friendly, and you get to know people. Then you don't judge people. And I grew up in this town, and at my school, I only had one black kid in my class, Adrienne Neff, and she was a sweetheart, and I rode the bus with her. But when you grow up like that there's going to be people are going to be scared, or like you said it best, nervous of strangers or something new. But if you grew up in the city and you don't even have that in your head because you grew up around, you have a black friend, a Mexican friend, a this friend, or that friend, a white friend,
homeless friend,
a homeless friend, every type of friend, and it's not a shock to you. So we do kind of come out of our shells, and it's hard for some people that are stuck in their ways. What is it? The newbie or
the NIMBYs?
NIMBYs.
Yeah.
And I've been one of them. And it's because I'm very protective of my family, and it's a small town, and so but I'm coming out of that, and we gotta be loving and kind and friendly, and you can't hate people, especially if you don't know them. Like you get to know somebody, you're judgmental to somebody, but then you get to know them and you realize, wow, this person has just kind of like been treated like crap their whole life.
And let's be real here, most of us, all of us, of European ancestry came here from the Bay Area at one point, or Europe, or somewhere
farther east,
I'm fourth generation Irish.
Yeah, and now we're first generation Grass Valley.
Yeah,
and our parents came from different places in California, and then their parents came from different places in the United States, and so we just got to remember where we came from is the same as these people.
Yeah, we don't own the world. We don't
enjoy this beautiful place.
Yeah.
And get along.
There, I have a quote of the day calendar, and I think recently it said that there are no passengers on Spaceship Earth, only crew.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Like
and I think that speaks a lot to the way that we think about responsibility in our local community. Like, we lived through Snowmageddon. Sometimes it's your neighbors or nothing. I doubt very much just driving down your road that you were able to get out for many days, probably.
Yeah. And my dad was stuck up here and I was stuck in town.
Oh gosh.
We worked for Jada. I was working for Jada Windows right there over by the airport on Loma Rica, and we had the boss's son come out here with this lifted 4Runner, smashing through the snow to pick his dad and I up
Oh, my
and take
God.
us to work every day.
Wow. Yeah.
And drop us off and get gas for my generator. So yeah, we stick together.
Yeah, because
We got to stick together. We're stronger together.
absolutely, and we know that fire isn't going to ask you who you voted
Oh,
for.
yeah.
Yeah, let's talk more about fire in a minute.
Yeah. Well, I was, driving
Do you know
up here.
Travis Benson?
I don't. Tell me
Okay.
about Travis.
Oh, he's a good buddy of mine my whole life, pretty much. And he's now, I think, the new chief, or I think he became chief.
Cal Fire, or which?
I think Cal Fire, yeah.
Okay,
Or
so
the fire department.
Maybe the division.
Yeah, the division
Around
chief
here.
or something.
I'm thankful for every single one of them, and I don't care where they're from when they come to help. So,
Well, I want to have a firefighter on and talk. I did want to talk fire safety one of these days. That's a great topic to
I have a
for
friend
our
who runs a
community.
YouTube channel out of Chico, and he's a fire scientist. I'm trying to get him on.
awesome. I would just like to understand who's where and how it all works, because I know who our city guys are, and they're all amazing. And I also know there's like Freer Fire District and Rough and Ready, and it's all very complicated because
Shouts
of the.
out to all the fire departments.
Yes,
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, and ladies.
ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
And
No,
also, what was I going to say? Just the prescribed burn stuff going on is really amazing. There's new associations being created all the time, PBAs.
I saw a lot of that.
Yeah. What does PBA stand for?
Prescribed Burn Association.
Okay.
And then they
Excellent.
partner with the whole Firewise community, and
Which is important to do if you really look into that. Like the Indians used to burn down acres and acres and acres.
And it was pretty smoky
On
the other day. I
purpose.
think that was a prescribed burn, I would guess. At least out here, it was pretty smoky.
Oh, it was smoky
Couple
everywhere.
days ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty smoky.
Yeah, we have a couple, you have to check to make sure that it's a burn day and get your permit and do all the things.
Yes, you do.
There is no burning in the city limits.
Yeah, and there might even on a burn. I've noticed that on certain burn days, it's not safe.
Yeah.
And that can be the case too. I mean, always assess for yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
I live out in the woods, so I have my fires like in the rain. I start them right before it's starting to rain, or it's already rained, or snow. I literally tarp them, have big burn piles, and when there's snow on the ground, so I'm not. Yeah,
This is one of the
I would
last.
hate to burn this forest down.
This is one of the last places in the Sierra Nevada foothills that hasn't burned in the last 100 years, and it's frightening.
Yeah, so it's not a question of if but when, and so much of our natural landscape is designed to burn. That has been a part of the natural history of the
It is.
area. It would usually, before we got here, it would catch by lightning and go through, and that was regular and part of what was to be expected out of the natural landscape. And here we are, and so our stewardship and how we interact with our burnable land is really important.
Yes.
And then we have an aging population. Nevada County, we talked about this a little bit, second whitest county in California. So definitely lacking diversity, but not spirit. We really do work to include everyone in any way we can. And we have some blinders that I think we all are working on as a community. But we welcome everybody. And when you get
Yes,
here, you're our
ma'am.
neighbors for sure. And as neighbors working on the fire issue together, and then supporting our older and aging population. So oldest by average age county in California as well.
And many of them don't drive and have no way to get out during a fire.
Yeah, so knowing your neighbors and those that would need help in those
Thank
situations
you so much for saying this.
is so important.
Yeah.
That's
And-
why I wanted to have a fire station. That's perfect. Thank
Like
you.
I keep thinking it, and I just need to get it from you, but I don't have our other neighbors' numbers.
Oh,
And I,
and we should all have. Yep, because that might be the only way out.
Yeah. Definitely.
Clipper Creek. Mm-hmm. Or up that way.
Or up that, yeah. But
Yeah, pointing out to
Wherever it's coming,
ingress and egress, and knowing which direction to go.
And you get your kids and your family, and you get the hell out. You don't
And I'm
stick
sure-
around for your belongings.
I'm sure Nevada County has done an emergency evacuation plan, but one of the things we need to do is not let that plan sit on the shelf, and we need to implement those projects as
Yeah.
soon as possible.
I like the idea of those prescribed burns because that's important. When they do that up along Highway 20,
Yeah, you
you
can
see them burning all those piles.
There's a property out North Bloomfield also. I forget the gentleman's name, but he's been really into it and been teaching people how to do it. And so we can also learn how to do it.
Is that the guy you were thinking of having come on?
No, but he was on that video. He went out there and met that guy, and yeah, it's a really important thing to do. And I remember, you probably remember, the 49er fire when we were 4 years old.
I don't, because...
Well, I guess I lived out in North San Juan, so that's like one of my first memories is not being able to go back to our house.
I do remember being a little older and seeing the burnt side of the hill and all that, the whole area. Yeah.
Went all the way down into like Wildwood, just from, I think someone was burning toilet paper in the woods.
Oh man,
So.
it's very scary. It can happen in any way. It can be lightning, it can be misuse, it can be an out of control burn pile, and it's really important that we're all as safe as we can be. We do have more Firewise communities per capita than any other place in the United States.
I'm a part of one right here.
Yeah, we're in the Greenhorn Firewise community.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're a great resource for local people who are worried about it and think about it. We do have Firewise communities in the city limits as well that work together.
What was the one you just...
Ours is the Greenhorn Firewise community, and then we have a pretty active
some
one.
other ones?
In the city limits, oh man, I'm going to forget their name. They're like behind Foothill Flowers.
Okay.
And they are just a fantastic
by where
community.
the Tractor Supply kind of...
Yeah, there's a number of them. But if you just look up, like, where's the nearest Firewise community? The magic of Google will let you know.
Yeah, and like getting some prepared in those times when there was fires just popping off everywhere, to have a to-go bag ready.
Yeah, that's super important.
And have like, your...
Yeah, and I know...
take everything, guys.
I'm not sure when this will air, but... Maybe
Today,
not
sometime.
thinking about the time of year necessarily,
Exactly.
but this is the time of year to start thinking about those things.
Definitely.
And wrapping presents may feel like a priority, but maybe...
And they also make good Christmas presents.
Oh yeah, there's actually lovely free pamphlets at our county that you can even put on your fridge to tell you what to put in your go bag. And I know that
I encourage people listening to get those. Have one on your fridge,
and
especially living out in the areas where you're more liable to get...
You could write down, it's a good idea to write down which evacuation zone you're in so you can check it on the app when there's a fire.
Yeah, because we all got numbers, and it's, I have them on my fridge. I should have them memorized. I don't yet, but I know that if it's time to go, that's what I look for.
What's a good app? Because when there's a fire or something, I forget what I'm on.
There's a company called
I get alerted with
Genesis that runs all of the zone alert infrastructure behind all the counties in California, and you should be able to go to anywhere on Nevada County's website and they'll have a link to that app.
Yeah.
And I can post it on our website also.
Okay.
There's a way to sign up for Code Red Nevada County where you'll get text messages or phone calls.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Then just a shout out to ubanet.com and the work that's
where
done there.
everyone goes.
And I would say that if you do that on a regular basis, please, hit them up with a little bit of money. That's how they make their living, and they're such an essential piece to our community.
Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Ubanet.com. Ubanet.com.
And we do, as locals, look at happening now. We also look at the cute dog pictures, and I think they're doing an ugly sweater competition right now, so post your pictures there.
Nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
So before we move on, do you want to just briefly mention Measure B and how that relates to wildfire resilience and why you supported that?
Yeah, so this actually speaks to the difference between the city jurisdiction and the county jurisdiction. As I said, you can't do a burn pile, like an intentional burn pile within the city limits, because it's a little too risky, too many people close by.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that we have to really think about is prevention. So Measure B was a 0.58 sales tax, I forget how that percentage is out, for funding specifically firefighters and fire prevention. So on plots of land that have been abandoned and are now overgrown, we have a system so we can go in and clear those.
Like right on Brunswick and Idaho, Maryland by the new housing development.
Yeah,
I saw the Measure B sign.
Yeah, and that was cleared. The Dorsey Drive area had been pretty overgrown, and we had some unhoused people there that we partnered with behavioral health to get them the
Nice.
services that they needed, in addition to cleaning up the area. Because
It
often
looks like also where Lake Olympia used to be, like
It looks
behind the
so much better right there.
electrical
oh,
grid.
Good.
It looks like a park almost.
Oh,
So
no,
that
it's
might be a
awesome.
public-private partnership. I know that we have a hotel project going in over there, but I do know that part of that is part of the projects we're working on. We also have easements between the parks and the neighborhood that need regular grading and regular maintenance. It turns out that plants grow back. And so this is just going to be a long-term responsibility of the people who live in rural communities. And I think sometimes, and I'll just do my piece about rural people in rural California, which is that we don't get as much funding as our urban and suburban counterparts. It's not divvied up in a way that is necessarily fair.
Yeah.
But we are the caretakers of the land and the water. The people who live here are the stewards. And what that means is we are the lungs and kidneys for the rest of the state. So we're very important, and it's important. People are always like, well, why should they live there if they're going to be at risk of fire? This is home. Why should people live in San Francisco if they're going to be at risk of earthquakes?
Yep. Yeah.
You know, this is home to so many people, and we love it here. And we will take care of it. We love it enough to care for it and be responsible for it. And
Bless you, dear.
and when the state, is doling out their grants and things, rural people matter, and rural people shouldn't be put on the back burner.
Thank you
We
for
are
saying
just
that.
as important as San Francisco and LA, and
Yeah.
in some cases.
And
you
they
know.
get all our water, the water from us.
Well, yes, the Sierra Nevada is the best facility for water storage, so long as it stays frozen long enough, and then goes downhill. It turns out to our friends in our urban areas. So, us being up here and being able to be a part of the solution really benefits everybody.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I love it.
We got to keep it nice for everyone, visitors, and and then that speaks to tourism and
All of
keeping
it.
those dollars here and making it
And
better than when we were kids. We were talking about how Halloween and Grass Valley and Nevada City are just even more hallmarky these days, and it's
Halloween.
how is that even happening?
it's magical.
It was nuts. I love to visit our neighbors in Nevada City, but I try and give my loyalties to our local Grass Valley. But I went to Nevada City for the first time for Halloween. Holy, it was off the hook. It was so fun.
So cool.
Yeah.
The houses, the most beautiful Victorian homes just lit up, and they're opening up their homes and just got them decked out. And they're pretty much competing with their neighbor, you know. And these guys got this, and my daughter just loves it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's another help your neighbor situation. If you are not a trick or treat location, like the big ones, Morgan Ranch, some of the other neighborhoods, let them know if you have extra candy.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
You got to
Totally.
be a good neighbor. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we have so many reasons to visit. I will speak to tourism. I think this is really important. And, thinking about your Niners game, went to a Giants game this year and was shocked that people did not throw away their trash. They just left it there for everybody to pick up.
Huh?
I know. And I realized that's a Nevada County value. We bus our own tables in many restaurants, and we're used to it, and we pick up after ourselves.
Oh, yeah. This is a topic I've mentioned on a few of our episodes. Pick up your trash. That's one thing I will get very pissed off about, and I will call you out if I see you doing it. I will embarrass you. I
Pick
will
up other
embarrass
people's
you.
trash too. Because
Yeah, I
Yes.
pick up people's trash. I do. If I'm walking through the parking lot, my daughter does too, because I do. And so
good.
she knows not to litter. The only thing that I let her litter is a wooden popsicle stick, if it's because that will disintegrate. But even then, I'm like, come on, Ocean.
it's ugly on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not on the ground. Come on, guys, don't litter. It's Mother Nature. It's beautiful, and you don't go throwing your trash into it.
And something I need to work on is being better at protecting my trash from the bear, because trash is not good for bears.
You have a bear.
We got a
We
bear
got
right
bears
down
here
here.
like every night.
I got a good video of it in the tree the other night.
Oh, we have a skunk that
Yeah, we got
visits
those guys, too.
regularly.
It's
Yep.
a lot of fun.
We had, if you listen back into these last few episodes, my parents had a baby pet skunk.
Oh.
And it was in their yard in a hole with a few other baby pet skunks. One of them survived, and they fed it. It was getting bigger, really cute. they have planned on having the sack taken out or whatever so they don't get sprayed. It was going to be a pet. My mom was at work one day, and my dad cut a little hole in the nipple. He didn't think it was getting enough milk, and it like drowned.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dumbass dad.
Yeah, that's...
He didn't know, but you know, nipples and they come through like it choked. It choked.
Yeah, it's good to get help with wildlife. I think for anybody who comes across any of our not pets, we do have a lot of wildlife rescue organizations up here who can help you out. If it's a bear and it's in your garage, that might be a different phone call.
Yeah.
I'm friends with them all. I'm like Mowgli from the Jungle Book. Last night I had 2 foxes barking at my dogs. Patty was out there with them, had them in the road in the driveway.
It's pretty much.
We got bears over here. I always have a skunk eating dog food off my deck. I stay away. Patty finally learned not to mess with him, so my dog's friends with the skunk. He will like walk around, bark at it, and then I give up.
I really want to see a miner's cat. Have you heard of those?
No.
They're like ring-tailed
yes.
cats that are nocturnal around here, and they're very hard to find.
I
Really?
think there are a
Yeah. I've never
couple
heard of
in Lake
one.
Wildwood that
what?
There was like a thread
They got
on
miner's cats.
Nevada County Peeps,
Yeah.
which is one of our, I think. Oh man, that could be a whole podcast in and of itself.
Seriously, I
Totally.
posted on it for this, and it was a whole thing.
Yeah, well, actually, that's how I found you. It's hard because you do get information
Yeah.
there, but then the comments, it's not all, first of all, it's not all true. They're not all locals. And I think they just like to stir things up.
Yeah, I hate
Totally.
that.
Yeah.
It's-
And so it's always good to fact check and
I wanted to create a podcast like this with love and positivity and get into some real stuff too, but I can't stand the gossipy people out there.
it's so easy when you're on your computer and you don't have to see anybody face to face.
Yeah, that's so horrible.
It's yeah, it removes that energy of where the person-to-person aspect of it. It's just not there.
Yeah, and the ability to misunderstand or define something
Totally.
a little bit differently
Yep.
in the written word is a lot easier to do than it is face to face.
Oh yeah, I remember back in 1999 talking on MSN Messenger with my girlfriend in 8th grade, and like that was the first time you're like, nope, you can't tell emotion over text, and this is just not a good idea.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And that's why you're not still together.
shout out Alana.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I wanted to shout out to you because you had a role in supporting the community and rejecting Rise Gold's mining proposal.
I
You are
don't
one of
know
my
that
heroes.
I did actually.
To hell with Rise Gold.
Well, you guys can say whatever
Yep.
you want about it. I think it is still currently going through
No.
litigation or anything like
No,
that.
Ben Mossman is out and done.
But I think he
Okay.
still
got,
owns it, though.
what is it called? He's got indictments all over the place for this and that. We won't get into that, but that would ruin our community.
I will
100%. Not jobs.
In case it ever comes to council, so here's the thing that's tough is that if you have a preconceived notion and they know it and you've like tried to campaign against something, they can remove you from deliberating on it, which is why sometimes council members will just stay quiet on an issue, even
Yeah.
if they do have an informed opinion,
Okay.
is because if we know that it's going to be really important to our community, and you would think that that would be when we would step up, we are often prevented from saying anything at all because then we would not be able to deliberate it if it comes before us.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, leave
No,
it
that
to
makes
me.
sense.
Because I already did, and I went to every meeting. I was there at every meeting, and I had my signs, and I was interviewed, and I was on the world. What is it? I was on a worldwide film festival, or the World Film Festival.
The Nevada City Film Festival. That
No, Nevada. It was the world came to town. World something.
Oh, crazy. Nice.
And it was big, and yeah, it's like this guy. He totally. I should just be quiet on it.
we're learning.
Yeah.
So anybody who's interested in the history of the gold rush in our community, if they moved here from somewhere else and they're like, what's it like in Grass Valley? Like how deep does it go? I would give you the opportunity to go to Empire Mines
Yes.
State Historic Park. I think it's $5. I think you can also get a pass at the library if that's prohibitive.
See the veins and all
Yeah,
that.
so there's a diorama of all of the mine shafts that we know of. There's enough miles that if you drove them, you could
Rayleigh's.
get to Disneyland.
Wait.
Disneyland. That's how many
If you combined all
miles
the
of
miles.
mine shafts below us. That's why it's part of why we don't have a parking garage in Grass Valley.
It's too heavy.
Yeah, all of the engineers that have looked at it it doesn't pencil, it won't work, it's a little bit of a risk. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow.
But
love
it's
that.
fascinating. And kind of terrifying.
We were just talking about this a few episodes back, and Ashley had said, go check that out at Empire Mine, because you could see the vein, and that there's one model of a vein that reaches out towards Rayleigh's from the Empire Mine underground.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's underneath our community everywhere.
And it's amazing, and it's like totally interesting. But now we're just established as a big town, just like you said, the Hallmark, Victorian Christmas, all the things, and it would ruin our town if they got back into that.
It's also a very different industry than it used to be.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's fine.
But all that gold is a Canadian company. So all that gold would be going to Canada, to the Queen of England or the King of England. It really
Right,
would if you do the
that's a
math,
good
if you
point.
follow the trails. That Ben Mossman, this Rise Gold is a Canadian company out of Canada.
And we do love our Canadian brothers
I'm
and
not
sisters.
hating on anybody.
but-
No, it's just, when you don't care about people though, and you just want some gold and you'll destroy someone's home. That's my problem.
And the opposite of that is Errol McBoyle, who supported this whole community during the Depression.
Yeah, we went on him the other day too.
Okay, I'll have to check that one out because
Oh,
I haven't
please
listened to
look
that
it
up.
episode.
Yeah, that one's good.
Errol McBoyle, you know who he is?
I don't.
Okay,
I don't
so
think many people do.
Errol McBoyle, he ran the Idaho Maryland mine. He started out as a mucker, but then he was the guy who got big all the way down to building the hospital, which is now Lytton. He got the airport done right here, and then he was flying his gold down to San Francisco. What's her name? What was the woman, his wife's name? That there's a gold or Snob Hill or Knob Hill.
His wife just lived on Knob Hill in San Francisco.
They had so much gold that she wore gold dresses, flaked in her dress, gold in her dresses, toilet
Sounds
knobs.
like the Met Gala.
Yeah, seriously.
And that's right over there on the Idaho Maryland mine.
Wow. Yeah, I know that the Empire Mine was the largest producer
mine.
of gold.
In California, probably. Yeah, that's so amazing.
It's insane.
I want to give props also to, I know this may not be you, but just the new trail around the new housing development is super cool.
So that's where city government can work, is talking to developers about how we're going to be good community partners.
I like that.
That was a part of the project and a part of the plan and requested. And the eventual plan is that it'll connect to the Wolf Creek Trail, and so it'll be all the way through. And I know
That's awesome.
we have a lot of secret mountain biking trails that the mountain bikers all know about, but it helps to connect all the way through. And then, of course, the county as a whole is working on the Mines to Pines Trail, which will be Grass Valley to Truckee, and that'll be in our lifetime, and that's amazing.
That is so amazing.
And there's a lot of great trails stuff going on in Northern California right now with the
And
Sierra
people can
Buttes
commute
trails.
too. You could ride your bike to work instead of taking your car and save some money too.
Yeah, I mean, if you live in
In
Nevada
Nevada,
City
yeah,
and
go to-
ride to Grass Valley and have it be safe and convenient and
Good
fun.
exercise.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
beautiful place to do it.
Beautiful little. Yeah, I love when I'm up in Tahoe. Those bike trails around the lake are so cool.
And if you don't want exercise, electric bikes are getting cheaper and cheaper. And
yeah,
There's
No more
a little
excuses.
bit of a territorial dispute because are they safe to go with regular bikes?
and you got to look into that too.
yeah, because they go a lot faster a lot of the
Oh, yeah.
time, and it can be.
You could hit
dicey.
into a kid on a bike, a kid and his mom on one of those, and can't stop or something.
They're
Yeah.
really fast and they can be dangerous. Whatever you do, walk whatever wheels you have on Mill Street. There's
Yeah.
no wheels on Mill Street if you're riding them.
Yeah.
That's my PSA for the day.
Yeah, because
Nice.
like you could run over a little child
Or a dog
Yeah.
or a
You can't
your
stop
grandma.
that quick.
or
Yeah.
hurt yourself
how you-
and
a lot
try
of
to sue
people-
the city. It's just not a good idea.
Yeah, we're really trying. I mean, I know the skate park is not quite finished. It will be very soon.
It's looking good.
It is. We're really excited. But yeah, but not on Mill Street for now. It's
And we're
very
all super
dangerous.
proud of Mill Street. I love the new design and the shutdown from cars, and
Oh yeah, it's
so
beautiful. I took
everyone who
Ocean
comes here, my niece and nephew from Portland, Oregon, it's like the first thing they want to do when they come here, and it's pretty awesome. Yeah, take your daughter there
I
sometime.
took her to Cornish Christmas. I've been going through a lot, but I finally kind of come out of it, and it was so cool walking my daughter through there.
Yeah.
Like it was from being a kid. Yeah, it's really cool. There was Santa.
The cops were watching us fly the drone the other day.
Oh yeah.
That was cool.
fun. I have my license, by the way.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
never do it during a wildfire.
No,
They have to
don't-
ground the
yeah.
air attack because it can
Seriously.
interfere.
Don't even go near airports or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah, but it is
Good to know.
whether from above or on the ground, Mill Street is really magical.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
time of year. Most
Totally.
people come up for Christmas, but we're beautiful
Oh,
all
yeah.
year round.
Yeah.
It's an
And
amazing.
and welcome to Grass Valley, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful town. You know, it's like you can't ask people to not want to go drive somewhere beautiful. Like I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just be good and just don't litter and just be good people. Be
Yeah.
nice to each other.
We didn't even get in
Wave back at us if we wave at you.
Yeah, and
Don't be
stop
scared to
fully
wave.
at stop signs. Locals
What's that?
stop fully at stop signs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
stop. No
Yeah.
California stops, ladies and gentlemen. A California stop means you didn't stop.
Yeah. Grass
Okay.
Valley stops are full stops and we wait for pedestrians.
And you
Yes.
keep your eye out. Now, I was dropping my daughter off Ocean at school the other morning, and I'll just share this, and I'm embarrassed. Well, she got out, and I'm like, bye, baby, I love you, and I'm looking at her out the window, but my truck starts to slowly roll. It was slowly, but there was 3 other little cute girls getting ready to cross, and they were all a few minutes late, so the bell had rang, so there was no lady with the
Crossing
stop.
guard,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's no crossing guard out there, and the girls had to stop, but there's all the people behind me. Nothing happened, and I was like, "Oh, go ahead, guys," and they did, and they crossed the road and went to school. But I was embarrassed from that, so I drove off feeling really mad. I got mad, and I
Yeah.
was mad, and I had to trace back to why I was angry and I was frustrated driving down this road, and I was just pissed off, and it was because I had to track it back to I was embarrassed, and I just good self-talk. I was like, just don't do it again. You're mad because all those cars behind you probably saw you almost hit some little kids because you were watching your kid, and you got to look both ways. You got to stop. You have to stay off your damn phone.
Yeah.
Stay off your damn phone when you're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
I've
can
been
be
guilty
so
of
scary.
it. I've been guilty of it, but
We all are.
Yeah,
I mean, we turn into totally different people, monsters sometimes when we are behind the wheel. But gotta hand it to the people at Grass Valley. I do think we are cautious drivers. We generally follow the speed limit. When people zoom by me on 49, I'm like, oh, they're not from here.
yeah, yeah.
Totally.
Please drive safe. You're gonna, slow is the new fast. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Slow is the new fast.
And pedestrian safety is the new thing too. So that's
Yeah.
why we're
No, that's always.
but we're getting better and better at it. We're getting better and better. Well, thank you so much for coming.
This was so fantastic.
Yeah, is there anything else that you want to address or send some shots out or just talk about anything other than being the mayor of Grass Valley? Like,
There's so
what
much
do you
to
like
highlight.
to do in life?
We could absolutely.
My daughter has a couple. Like, what's your favorite color?
Lime green.
Ooh, mine
That's
is
a good
green.
one.
And then your favorite place?
My favorite place is anywhere my dogs are.
Okay,
There you go.
all right.
What kind of dogs do you have?
I have palm skis.
Oh wow.
They're absolutely beautiful.
What color?
They're all different colors and all different kinds. So you can follow me on Instagram at Mayor Hilary Hodge.
Nice.
But
There
you
we
can
go.
follow them on Instagram at I think it's Fernwood and Sunflower. We had 2 when we started the Instagram, and then we also have a cat. So, but they're so cute and fluffy, and they look like mini huskies.
I love that.
Yeah,
You're an animal lover.
I am.
Nice. And so one more question for me. Well, one of these days, maybe on the podcast, you'll sing for us.
Maybe.
But we could still go listen to you sing.
Yes, you
Okay.
can anywhere the Music in the Mountains chorus is.
Nice.
You just got to
And-
stand
Good for
outside
you.
and scalp tickets this
Good
weekend.
for you
Yeah.
for doing. Yeah, good for you for doing stuff like that to keep ground, for yourself, like to keep some fun in your life with all the things that you do for us and,
Yeah.
and are out there working for.
There's no end of fun to be had in Grass Valley.
I'm gonna have a really hilarious podcast episode coming soon. Me and my buddy are gonna make fun of P. Diddy for Tupac.
We got to be careful with that one.
Well, no,
It might be controversial, but it sounds funny.
I'm gonna be very careful, but I'm gonna do it in a very clean way.
Yeah.
Well,
good.
if you ever get on stage,
I'm gonna let my comedy side go out.
Yes, I want to see it. I encourage
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
And I will show up for it.
I am constantly writing, but sharing with no one but close friends, and they're like, "Oh my God, that would kill it. You're gonna do it. I know you can do it." And I'm practicing a mirror to a minute for the show Kill Tony, so I'm practicing all the time.
And that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for anybody who is hoping to do something that they haven't done before, just be brave enough to be bad at something new.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Tony, those guys that I'm trying to go and press, and I want to be a part of their family. They want you to practice. Don't come here with crap like that. So they encourage you to practice and work on your craft.
Yeah, and you get better and better by
Yeah.
doing. So good for you. That's awesome.
I love making people laugh. Like,
Yeah.
you just got to make light of things.
Totally.
Thank you so much for coming here. And I mean, not just to a podcast, but the mayor of Grass Valley just came to my house.
Oh,
know,
it was
isn't
an
that
honor.
Yeah,
love it.
I wish my daughter was here to meet you. Maybe you come back another time.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I would
cool.
love
Yeah,
that.
when we have some sort of
Check back in and
pertinent issue to talk to the community
or
about.
just come back and just be a guest. Yeah.
Anytime you want, we can
Cool.
make it a regular thing.
Thank
And
you
I'd love to meet Ocean.
Yes, thank you so much. This is so cool. I'm still like just kind of giddy and I'm gonna have a good day, rest of my day. I know it.
Good. I hope everybody else does too.
Yeah, I
Everybody who's listening. And thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you again.
Thank you,
We
Hilary.
love you guys.
Love you guys.
Have a great day.
Bye bye.